you are looking at a live picture of the Confederate flag on the State House grounds.
That's right. In just minutes, the flag will be removed in an official ceremony. Good afternoon or good morning. It's still morning time. It's been a long morning. Thank you for joining us for this ABC Columbia News Special Report. I'm Rochelle Dean.
And I'm Christy Vaughn. We are live from Main and Gervais, a very busy Main and Gervais. In just minutes, a ceremony to remove the Confederate flag from the State House grounds will begin. Right now, we are going to take one of our ABC Columbia live cameras as we look at the State House grounds. As you can see, the monument where the flag stands is barricaded.
And that's right. You're taking a look from our tower cam right on top of our building where you're seeing this crowds that have started to gather here just at the base of that flag. They are going from the State House grounds actually all the way across the street here to just outside of our studios at Main and Gervais. That crowd began forming shortly after 7 o'clock this morning. And Governor Nikki Haley calling today a historic day. As you can...
Yeah, we are told right now that the Honor Guard is preparing to come out and perform this ceremony. So how did we get here? Well, Governor Nikki Haley signed a bill to remove the Confederate flag yesterday afternoon at 4 p.m. Before the signing, Governor Nikki Haley took to the podium and declared today is a great day in South Carolina.
That's right. The very last vote was 94-20 and had been going on for several days. And we have been continuing the coverage of this, as well as our ABC Columbia reporter, Jennifer Reddy, who is live at the State House. We're going to turn things over to her now with a look at what's happening right outside our door. Hey, how you doing, Jennifer?
Christy and Rochelle, looks like things are about to start any minute here. Out here, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people out here to see this Confederate flag come down any minute. Now, we have been out here all morning, and there is definitely a very high energy in the crowd. People seem very excited to be out here and excited to see this historic moment take place. Now, up on the State House steps right now, there are several legislators along with their families. They have been out here for the past 10 or so minutes. It also looks like members of the Emanuel 9 families are now coming down the State House steps. Now, a little bit about how today's ceremony is expected to work. The Honor Guard is ready on the right-hand side. They are expected to come down and lower the flag. They will then remove the flag, and at that point, it will be given to a representative from the state's Confederate Relic and Military Museum, where it will be placed in honor. Now, guys, there are people out here on both sides of this issue. We have seen protests the last few weeks as this debate has been going on inside the State House, but today they are being very peaceful. There are people out here continuing to chant, "Take it down," and there are also many people out here waving the Confederate flag very peacefully. Earlier today, we talked to Reverend Jesse Jackson. He says that this moment today is a very joyous and happy moment for him to see the flag come down. That's also been the general consensus among many people. It sounds behind me like the crowd is starting to get a little riled up. They are screaming, "Take it down," as this ceremony is expected to begin any minute. Now, another common thing that we have heard over the last few weeks is unity. And as the tragedy struck in Charleston, as this debate has continued to go on, unity has been a big common theme, especially this week, as we heard inside the chambers, as many lawmakers fought to say that bringing this flag down would bring unity and decrease the culture of division here in South Carolina. Now, also out here, guys, there is a very large law enforcement presence. There are people from SLED, there are people from Highway Patrol, and there are people all over making sure that people respect the barriers and the ropes that have this cut off during this ceremony. There are also several roadblocks blocked off right now as people stand back through on Gervais Street and on Main Street waiting for this ceremony to begin. You can hear the crowd. I'm going to stop talking so you can hear the crowd for a minute as they chant, "Take it down." Now, guys, it seems that this ceremony is expected to begin any minute. It looks like all of the legislators have arrived. They are on the top of the State House as well as the bottom of the State House. There are also people flooding from the very front of the State House back onto Main Street. There are many, many people here. Looks like Representative Malloy is arriving right now, along with the governor, maybe making her way down. Governor Nikki Haley just did arrive on the State House steps, along with several representatives. That is a sign that maybe this ceremony is about to begin. She is giving hugs to several lawmakers and giving handshakes. The crowd is also welcoming her with a welcoming her with a big applause. Now, as the governor continues to greet lawmakers, the crowd is starting to get a little bit energetic out here and antsy and ready for this ceremony to begin. There are also hundreds of media out here, from national coverage to local coverage to spanning all across the state of South Carolina. Now, this debate originally started, if you remember, from the Charleston shooting, where the alleged gunman told investigators that he wanted to start a race war and that he was seen in pictures holding a Confederate flag. Back here on the State House, the governor is posing with several legislators before the flag is taken down. They're up on the State House steps taking a lot of pictures. It looks like the ceremony is expected to start any minute. It is about 5 after 10. It was scheduled to begin at 10. Officials tell us that this will be a very brief ceremony. They will simply just go down and remove the flag and then give it to the representative from the State Museum. At this point, it looks like they're starting to get things ready to go. The crowd is definitely starting to get anxious as they wait. You can hear a lot of people chanting in the background. There are a lot of people holding their phones up to catch this historic moment. Many signs, pictures, and American flags in the crowd. And again, guys, it's very hot out here, so this crowd is definitely braving the heat to catch this historic moment.
Our Jennifer Reddy there on the State House grounds amidst all the crowds. And Rochelle and I are going to move out for just a second here. If you can see all the crowds behind us, they have covered Gervais Street, and what you can't see is outside in front of the ABC Columbia studios on Main Street, a crowd all the way back, almost to Lady Street, Rochelle.
That's right. They have blocked off several streets in anticipation and preparation for the ceremony that we understand, as Jennifer Reddy just told us, is now currently getting underway. All of the streets here along Gervais Street, from Sumter down to Assembly, as well as Main Street down to Lady and Assembly, all blocked off at this hour to allow people to move in and around as we get ready for the flag to come down. Now, we have seen legislators that have arrived on the State House steps. They should be coming down any minute, and we have seen crowds and actually heard them cheering just moments ago.
That's right. We're taking a live look at another one of our ABC Columbia cameras. As you can see there, lawmakers continuing to make their way towards the Confederate Flag monument. We are told Governor Nikki Haley has also arrived on scene. You can see there the law officers from the Department of Public Safety, from the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, all gathering around this monument. Now, you can also see crowds surrounding it, and it looks like the honor guard is now making the processional out towards the monument.
That's right. They are moving in. They've been practicing this all morning because they have been told that they are going to honor the removal of this with this official ceremony. They wanted to make sure that people who do see this flag as heritage are able to see this come down in a respectful manner before it is taken to the relic room. We're going to go back out live now to our ABC Columbia reporter, Jennifer Reddy, who is once again live on the State House grounds.
Guys, as you can see, they are about to take down the Confederate flag. I'm going to stop talking so that you guys can take this in for yourselves. As you can see, the flag has officially been taken down off of the flagpole standing here on the grounds. You can hear the loud cheers outside as they do this. They are folding up the flag now. At that point, it will go to the representative from the State Confederate Relic and Military Museum to be taken back to the museum, where over time they will develop a place for it, and that is where it will be honored. We will have more for you tonight at 6. Back to you guys in the studio.
And I don't know if people could hear what the people behind Jennifer were saying when that flag started coming down. A lot of cheers at this hour. Even right outside of our studios here at Main and Gervais, I could hear one woman outside the door saying, "It is gone." And indeed, at this hour, the Confederate battle flag that has been on the State House grounds for decades is now down and has been removed.
Yeah, a different view this morning. Now here as we come upon the time of 10:10 a.m. Since the year 2000, that flag has flown in front of the State House grounds. And right now behind us outside our studios, we can hear people chanting USA, USA. And amidst the chanting USA, they are also applauding, Rochelle. A loud round of applause.
They are, and they have been gathering outside since 7 o'clock behind those barriers, everybody trying to get as close as they can to get a view of this historic moment. And Christy, I know that you mentioned that this flag was atop the dome in 2000 and was moved,
right.
But this dates back to 1938 when this Confederate flag was initially raised in the chambers, and then the Senate displayed it back in 1956, and then in 1962, in celebration of the centennial anniversary, that Civil War flag was placed atop the dome, and then, as you mentioned, in 2000, it was put down in front of the State House, and today has been lowered, and we are seeing the guards right now that are walking away as they've taken that Confederate flag down from that flagpole.
Yeah, we are told that the honor guard will honorably restore the flag and move it to the Confederate Relic Room. As you were seeing right there live from our ABC Columbia studio cameras, that is the honor guard walking away with the Confederate flag. The Confederate flag will be moved, we are told, by armored vehicle to the Confederate Relic Room. You see the grass around the monument area is clear. That's because there are barricades up to allow for the honor guard to remove the flag without crowds getting near them. We do not, however, have word on what the next step is for the flagpole. And of course, we will continue to monitor that, and we will let you know as soon as we know. Government officials have told us that all of the area surrounding the monument will be honored and will be kept at an area that are going to preserve what many people do call heritage for this flag.
That's right. There are so many mixed emotions this afternoon, this morning, and through the past few weeks as we have watched the votes come in through the House and the Senate. A lot of people that have been out here during protesting throughout the week, some in favor and some opposed to the removal of that Confederate flag. Many people even bringing their own Confederate flags with them. Others wearing, American flag T-shirts and holding American flags and signs that say, they wanted the flag to come down, and congratulating the governor for making this decision, and others not so happy. Of course, as we mentioned before, it is being moved to the relic room at the State Museum where it will be displayed. We don't know exactly how they plan to display it, but we do know that that is where it will be, and it will be heading there actually as soon as it is loaded up into the armored truck.
That's right, and we are taking another look at one of our ABC Columbia Live studio cameras there. You can see a banner, God, Love, Country, and Family. Folks still crowding the State House grounds, although the Confederate flag was removed and went down at approximately 10 a.m. this morning. So, Rochelle, right now, a different view, no doubt, from the last 15 years. As you can see there, a live look at our ABC Columbia roof camera here at the State House grounds. Folks still gathering, though, around those barriers.
Yeah, and I can see Governor Nikki Haley from this live shot that we were looking at giving hugs to some of the lawmakers there, as well as Mayor Steve Benjamin and the Reverend Jesse Jackson also standing with them on the steps, as well as several city council members that you can see there in this live shot. A host of residents and a lot of people bringing their children to be a part of what they are calling a historic day. And in Governor Nikki Haley's words, a new day in South Carolina.
A much different view here than over the last 15 years. A much different view here than over the last 15 years. A change here for the South Carolina State Capitol. Since 2000, the Confederate flag has flown right behind us here on the State House grounds. Today, Governor Nikki Haley calling it a great day in South Carolina.
That's right. And, to continue this celebration, they are gathering back at the State House this Saturday. There is a group that we are told is hoping to call this the New South Unity Rally on Saturday. The first Saturday that this flag will not be on State House grounds. Organizers say that they hope that this event this weekend will help bring all South Carolinians together. We're going to take another look at this crowd as people start to disperse here from the State House grounds. As we mentioned before, people have been dedicated. They have been out here since 7 o'clock this morning and battling the heat, battling the crowds, battling the blocked roads. But of course, as we have been telling you leading up to this historic event, a lot of people wanted to make sure that they were here and that they could witness it, and you can see a lot of them trying to move through the crowds as they begin heading back home.
And it is calm right now. The cheers have died down, but earlier we do have to tell you from our vantage point here right at the corner of Main and Gervais, live from the ABC Columbia studios, as the flag came down off that pole, we heard loud cheers. We also heard chanting, USA, USA. So a historical day for South Carolina, no matter which side of the Confederate flag debate you are on. This day will go down in history. And we want to thank you for sharing that history with us. We want to thank you for joining us here for this ABC Columbia News special report.
That's right. And of course, we are your home for complete, continuing live coverage. And we will continue to follow new developments in this story at 12:30, at 6 o'clock, and again at 11 right here, live from Main and Gervais on ABC Columbia. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 12:30.